So I think I'll start off with something I think we hit off really well on the phone, just judging by the voice and the tone that I heard, which is around passion, around purpose. What I see as a layman about the legal field is there's a weight, there's a beauty, and there is a spirit to it. And the law itself, for me, sort of brings out some words like safety, justice, evolution, and equality. And I think with all of these, when you start, I feel you need to have a North Star, especially in your field, because it sort of guides you in terms of what client base you take, what value system you're going ahead with in your career, all of that. And just going through your videos, I feel you've sort of figured your purpose or that North Star very early on, or I probably am wrong. Walk me through how did you go through this journey and what is the bigger purpose?
Yeah, I think advocacy is a profession and a space where you're always part of a self-realization. So you can't really sit back at any point, and you're tested every day in court. So that being the case, I think the passion is a presumption one can make if one speaks of being a good counsel. Because if you don't have that, it's going to be extremely hard for you to deliver. And I say this in the context of being a practicing advocate in particular, because the challenges in court are pretty unique in their own sense. So in that sense, I think the passion is really what drives somebody, especially when you're younger and you're first generation, and you have a lot of roadblocks to get over before you can even start establishing yourself.
Yeah.
I think the passion is that one thing that probably drives you, as it does in any profession, with the knowledge that there's no safety net. I've said this often, that there's really no middle path in practice. You're either doing all right or you're not doing well at all. You can't really sit back and expect things to take their own course. So in many ways, you're driving your own practice. You're driving the kind of work you do, as you said. You're driving the quality of your submissions.
Yeah.
You're trying to raise standards for yourself and your juniors around you when you reach a certain stage. And all that, I think, is really part of the self-realization that takes place. Because you figure, and I figured this after 23 years of being at practice, that nobody can really rest on any laurels.
Yeah.
I mean, you may have a reputation, you may have a good income, you may have a good client base, etc. But all of that counts for nothing when you're in court.
Yeah.
Because it's a even Stevens face-off between two or more lawyers.
Yeah.
And in the system that we have, the advocacy and the preparation makes a big difference to those outcomes. Yeah. And those outcomes are not just personal outcomes in terms of you doing well and winning a case. They're related to what you said, the concepts of justice and equality and so on, right? Yeah. What someone as a consumer of justice or a client expects. So if you connect all of those dots, it's really a performance sport in that sense. Yeah. And you can hardly be in a performance sport. You mentioned that you follow basketball, and so you can hardly be in a sporting arena, as it were, unless you're driven by a sense of purpose and determination. Yeah.